to talk about chickens. Now you might be thinking, chickens? That's a boring thing to talk about, but chickens are actually really cool animals. There are so many facts about chickens, and I'm going to share a few with you, and maybe you will learn something new about chickens today. For example, did you know that there are 25 billion chickens in the world? That means there's more chickens than people in the world. And also, chickens are the #1 bird, meaning there are more chickens than any other bird in the whole wide world. Chickens live on every single continent except Antarctica. And did you know that chickens have 3 eyelids? 3. They have the top eyelid, the lower eyelid, and then an invisible clear eyelid called a nictitating membrane. That's a crazy fact. Another fact about chickens is that they have their eyes on the side of their heads. That means they can see that way, front and back, all at the same time. I cannot do that. Can you do that? I can't see behind me right now. What is behind me right now? Is there something behind me? Is there something behind me right now? Oh, yeah, our poster of the chicken life cycle. We're going to talk about the chicken life cycle today too, so let's get started. The first thing is the egg. Now right here I have some eggs. Here's a brown egg, and here's a white egg. Usually you find white eggs in the store, but sometimes brown eggs. I have chickens, and my chickens all lay brown eggs. Some people think that white chickens lay white eggs and brown chickens lay brown eggs, but that isn't true. Here's another crazy fact. Do you know how you can tell what color egg the chicken is going to lay? You look at their earlobes. Yes, their earlobes. Chickens with white earlobes, they lay white eggs. And chickens with brown earlobes, they lay brown eggs. Isn't that weird? Another crazy thing is if you play classical music to your chickens, they will lay bigger eggs. Crazy, isn't it? Chickens lay 1 egg a day. In the winter, they usually stop laying eggs because it gets dark earlier. But some chickens will lay eggs all year round, but only 1 a day. Except there's a chicken that broke the world record and laid 7 eggs in 1 day. That poor chicken must have been so exhausted. The next step in the life cycle is the hatchling. Now the hatchling is when the baby chick comes out of the egg. The baby chick is in its egg for 21 days. It takes 21 days of the mama chicken sitting on the nest, keeping those eggs warm and toasty, and little baby chick grows for 21 days. And then after 21 days, it starts to peck its way out. Now, in cartoons and movies, it shows chicks just popping out. But that is not what happens in real life. In real life, it takes hours and hours and hours for chicks to come out. And it's actually a really good thing because that whole time that they're working and getting out, it's strengthening their muscles and building endurance. The next part of the life cycle is after the hatchling hatches, it is a baby chick. Look how adorable this little tiny itsy bitsy baby chick is. Oh, you're so cute. This chick is named Princess Fluffy Pants because she is so fluffy. Now, in movies and cartoons, when you see a baby chick hatch out of an egg, it makes the baby chick look fluffy and adorable right away. But in real life, this is not the case. Chicks come out and their feathers are all wet and stuck to their body. They're not cute and fluffy. It takes several hours for their fluff to dry out. Their fluff is called down. Their down to dry out, and then they become fluffy like Princess Fluffy Pants. Next, we're gonna talk about chickens. This is my chicken Phoebe. She's not very happy because she wants to go back outside. So we'll just talk quickly about Phoebe and then she can go join her chicken friends. Phoebe actually does like to be snuggled. So she is my most snuggly chicken. Some kinds of chickens don't like to be snuggled, but Phoebe does. Phoebe, you have to be quiet so I can talk about you. You have to be quiet. If you look at Phoebe's head, you will see this red thing on the top. That's called a comb. And chickens have a comb, usually red, on the top of their head. Oh my goodness. And she also has a beak. You're not very happy, are you? And then the other thing that I want to talk about is her wings. Chickens have wings. Some people think that chickens can't fly, but they can fly short distances. And my chickens all have clipped wings, which means I cut their wings a little bit. It didn't hurt, just like if you get your fingernails cut, because they kept flying out of the pen. And I would come home and they'd be in my neighbor's yard, and my poor neighbor, she was so nice about it. But then one day I came home and all of the chickens had flown out of the pen. They were all marching down the street in a long chicken parade. And I said, okay, that's enough. We have to clip your wings. So they all have short wings, so they can't get out of their pen anymore. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah. Phoebe has brown earlobes, which means she lays brown eggs. Phoebe is also a girl chicken, and so she's called a hen. Boy chickens are called roosters. You are loud. And baby chickens are called chicks, which we also talked about. And you saw my little chick. Shh. Goodness, she's very loud. Let's look at her feet now. Chickens have 4 toes. Can you see her 4 toes? And they have really sharp claws, fingernails, and it helps them scratch. Chickens love to scratch in the dirt, looking for worms and bugs, and a lot of times they pick little worms up and they just gobble them right down. Chickens will sometimes even eat mice. Did you know that? They will eat mice. Chickens are hunted by lots of animals. Lots of animals want to kill chickens, like poor little Phoebe. Some of their predators are fox, raccoon, weasels, coyotes, possums, chicken hawks, owls. They all want to eat you, Phoebe. Isn't that terrible? And also, sometimes the possums and the skunks will not eat the chickens, but they'll rob the chicken's nest and steal all of the eggs. Possums and skunks like chicken eggs, and a lot of times they'll jump into the coop if it doesn't have enough chicken wire, and they'll steal all of the chicken eggs and they'll eat them and make a big, huge mess. All right, Phoebe, thank you for joining us. You weren't very happy about it, so now I'm gonna go put her back in her pen, and then I'll be right back. Well, Phoebe is happily back with her friends, and so now we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about word families. I was thinking about Phoebe and that she's a girl chicken, which is called a hen. H-E-N spells hen. And it made me start thinking about word families. In my class, we talked about word families and how you can take the first letter away and see if you can put a consonant in its place and make a new word. I took the vowels out because that doesn't make a CVC word. CVC words are consonant, vowel, consonant. And so because our vowel is already there, we're not going to use any more vowels. And if you remember, the vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. And we did sing a song about it so that it would go into our brains and we'd remember for always what the vowels are. So just in case we forgot, I'm going to go ahead and sing it again. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Now you try it. Did you remember? Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and try it. This is a game that you could play at home with your brothers and sisters or your mom and dad or grandma and grandpa. It's an easy game. You just come up with a CVC word and then you have a stack of consonants and then you draw them to see if it will make a new word. And if it makes a new word, you get a point. And if it doesn't make a new word, you don't get a point. At the end of the game, whoever has the most points wins. So let's shuffle these up. We don't want them to be in order. I'll pretend that I'm playing with somebody, but really I'm just playing with myself. All right. Hen. Ken. Well, Ken is a boy's name, but it's not spelled with a C. So if I was playing against somebody, I wouldn't get any points, which is sad. All right, mix them up again. Next letter, L. Len. Well, that could be a guy's name. One time I knew a Len. I think it's short for something else, but I'm going to put it there. O-N, Len. It's not a word we use very much, but it could be a guy's name, so we'll include it. Point for me. All right, I should have an eraser. Next time I'm going to be a little more prepared. How about the next card? B. Oh, yes. B would make this word Ben. I have a friend named Ben. He's one of my favorite people. He's very fun. All right, so you get the idea. How about we just go ahead and I'm going to put the card up next to it, especially seeing that I forgot an eraser, which was bad planning on my part, but you know what? Life happens and mistakes happen. So let's go ahead. I'll just draw the next one. K. Ken. Yes, like Barbie. Barbie and Ken. Oh, I just remembered. How about this one? Jen. That's a girl's name. One of my good friends is named Jen. I love her. She's so nice. Oh, we did this one already. Hen. Yep. Fen. No, that's a fake word. Nope. How about this one? Ooh, den. Foxes live in dens, and so do bears. Awesome. I didn't know there were so many words that ended in en. This is exciting. Gen. Nope. Zen. Yeah, that means if you're calm. Zen. Yen. I think that's Chinese money, but I could be wrong. But I do think that is what it is. Zen. Now, when, oh, here's a tricky one. I just sounded it out and it says when, but when you spell when, it has an H in it. So what do I do? Do I get a point? Do I not? I don't know, because when is a word, but it's not spelled like that. I don't know. You'll have to tell me what I should do. Help me out. Tell me what I should do. Don't know. Men. That's a word. Nen? No, that's not a word. Pen. Yeah, I just put Phoebe in her pen. Quen? No. Ren. I don't think so. That doesn't sound like a real word to me. Sen? Sen? No. 10? Yeah, the number 10. Ven. I don't think so. I don't think that's a word. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for learning about chickens with me. Have a great day. Be safe and be kind.